There's an emerging workplace trend that involves showing up for a short time with the sole purpose of just getting credit for the office face time. Let's discuss the practice of coffee badging with Jason Wachtel, Managing Partner, J.W. Michaels and Company, based in Chicago. Jason, thank you for joining us today. And it seems like coffee badging is exactly as it sounds. You show up, you swipe your badge, you get your credit for actually showing up, you have a cup of coffee, and then you leave.
That's right. I mean, it started about a year or two ago, a little bit when big banks were mandating people come to the office. People would just come in, they swipe their card, they spend for an hour, then they leave. But it was a very small population that were doing that. But now a lot of companies are requiring this hybrid workforce, but a lot of people moved throughout the country. So people are not happy because now they moved from, if they're in Chicago, they might move to Florida. Now they're flying back for a day or two to swipe their badges. They're there for an hour or two, and then they leave. So it's really having an opposite effect on morale. People are actually working less and being more discouraged, and encouraging them to actually maybe apply for other jobs.
Well, this does seem like, especially when it comes to working less, if you do commit to actually going to the office to swipe the badge, drink a cup of coffee, say hi to some people and go, which sounds like parenthetically, that sounds like a tactic employed by George Costanza on Seinfeld 25 years ago. But if you do that, it's almost like you're in for a penny, you're in for a pound. If you're going to spend an hour or a half hour or even 2 hours flying to your office to swipe your badge, wouldn't it make sense to actually do some work while you're there?
I completely agree with you. If you're going to take the time to get there, you might as well spend the day. But there's two things. If you sort of moved outside of Chicago to a suburb, you're annoyed, but it's not the end of the world. A lot of people physically moved out of the area, and it's a big drive or a flight to get there. So those people are just out of principle are saying, you told me I could move. I'm just going there for an hour, and then I'm either going to stay at my friend's house, or I'm going to fly back or take the 3-hour drive back to where I am. It's sort of like out of ego. You promised me one thing, employer. Now you changed it, and I'm not happy.
What is the status of return to office right now? Because for the last year or so, just based on my own anecdotal observations on the train, it always seemed like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday were the office days, and then Monday and Friday were the work from home days. But recently, I've discovered it seems that Monday is turning into more and more of an office day compared to, let's say, 18 months ago.
Sure. So I think you're onto something. At J.W. Michaels, we're in the office Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And I think if you go to the local coffee shop on Mondays or Fridays, there's pretty much nobody there, and it's really hurting the local business. There has been a push, though, to be at least 4 days a week in the office. The average is still 3. So, yes, the fourth day is generally becoming Monday, but that is sort of, again, a lot of employees are not happy about that. They set their lives, they set the babysitting schedule to be in the office 3 days a week, but that fourth day that's being picked up and that's being encouraged, you're right, is on a Monday. It's definitely not on a Friday.
Jason Wachtel, Managing Partner with J.W. Michaels and Company, based in Chicago.